All right, so this comes to us from Niche Gamer, and it says Microsoft cautions developers to avoid curvy female characters, is because those are not real. So, how do you guys feel about this?
Yeah,
About what Microsoft has to say?
it it says a lot about the Fable remake, the notorious ugly ugly hero in Fable. So now we know why. If the head of marketing is mandating this, yeah, everything under X, all the developers under Microsoft, it's gonna have to follow that mandate. Which I hope. I don't know, Phil. You better fire that director, that marketing. It's not doing you any favors, Phil. If you want Xbox to have a better standing in the gaming sphere, you need to fire these woke people, man.
I want to
Yeah,
know
what
where
about
the
you,
body
Dan?
positivity movement is on this one. You never know. Like you can't win with these. I'm going to say these people, but from these woke women who take over these things. If they're too skinny, they're too skinny. You need real women have curves. If they're too curvy, they're too curvy. You have to make them skinnier, more like boys. If she's fat, she's a 10. But if she looks like this, then well, that's just catering to the male gaze. Like you need to pick one. Ain't no one of us going like, oh yeah, that cute character near Automata's too skinny and this one's too curvy. We like them all. So these women who take these middle-aged freaking childless women who take over these franchises and then start fixing it, but there's no solution. There's no solution that works because what they're fixing is just the opposite of what their fix is. Oh, I'm going to fix this character. What's wrong with her? She's too skinny. So you need to make her curvy. This character's too curvy. Make her skinny. Why aren't there enough fat girls in here? I want girls who look like me. It's like, what are you? There's no appeasing these creeps. There isn't.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and read this. Say Microsoft urges developers not to create female characters with exaggerated body proportions on their official site to support game devs. The site titled Product Inclusion Action helps customers feel seen. So talking about all their fat fucks. they're fat. The fat freaking sewer dwelling customers.
Customers. All right, listen. I used to go to BlizzCon back in the day, especially when I worked at Blizzard. I used to go almost every year for about 3 years, and I've seen the customers. They're not Ninja Warriors. They're not Physical 100 contestants. Okay, they're all very husky. So, and they seem to have no problem with these uber, like if you know Blizzard's character design from back in the day, the hands are giant, the muscles are giant, the girls are curvy, everything's great. They had no problem playing these characters, and a lot of them were in wheelchairs. A lot of the people who play the games are not what you would call gym rats. So, what customers are not feeling feeling seen was never an issue. They play these games so that they can be something else for a while.
Exactly. You're right. And the thing is that, like, let's say if Blizzard or these video game character creators can give you an ability to make your character look like Lizzo, which we'll be talking about later. Would they, like, these fat fucks, would they actually make their characters look like themselves? Hell no. Like, this is an escapism, right? So let's go ahead right over here really quick. This is what you get on the left, and this is what we want on the right. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have the left, right? But at least give us the option to make the right, right? And that's what we're talking about, right? So when it comes to, so I'm gonna give the chat like 10 seconds on these, okay? All right. So, but yeah, it's
I want to play the game on the right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know this is Fable. It's known to be like that. But the thing is, if I'm making a character in a video game, I'm not making a character so I can look like I'm in that video game, because that will completely break my immersion, right? So I don't know why people are like so hung up about, oh, I want to feel seen, and that's the reason why we're going to add a person in a wheelchair. We're going to add a person who has dick that's a chick or something like that. Who gives a fuck? Who are you? If you're going to make a product for everyone, you're making a product for no one. Because
exactly,
they don't fucking know that they don't know their fucking demographic. They don't know that majority of the gamers is still male dominated, right? There are female in the gaming space, but most of it is male. And that's the reason why you get something like what's it called, Near Automata, and this game right over here that's doing so well in terms of like how people are praising it, right? If you have a character that looks ugly, your gameplay better be fucking good, right? But if your gameplay also sucks, then it is what it is. People are just gonna call you out on it, right? So let's continue. Let's see. One Twitter user pointed out the language expressively condemning certain female characters as reinforcing negative gender stereotypes. So right here, just the quote: "Are you reinforcing any negative gender stereotypes? Are you unnecessarily introducing gender and gender barriers into your code or design? Are you creating playable female characters that are equal in skill and ability to their male peers? Are your female characters equipped with clothing and armor that fits their task? Do they have exaggerated body proportions? When the story allows, do you show male characters who display a full range of emotions, including joy, sadness, and vulnerability?" I don't think they know what stoicism is anymore.
No,
But,
that was brought up by
how
a
do you guys
white
feel
guy.
about this?
So.
How do you guys feel about this one?
Yeah, for me, it's like this the Microsoft gaming division as a whole, like the head office of Microsoft in terms of gaming, is compromised. Hence, all their hence why there hasn't been a good Xbox exclusive for I think almost a decade now, given Microsoft's track record. So yeah, now we know why. Now we know why. It's like before it was just we just thought like it was just incompetence or negligence for Microsoft's like I was in the my reasoning before was like saying that oh Microsoft just buys the developers and says oh do whatever you want, we just wanted to acquire you. But now I can see because you're mandating stupid shit like this. What more are you mandating to all your developers if you can't have them express their creative passions or the direction that they want to go? If you're it's implementing all these policies, there's no way you're gonna come up with a good game. There's just no way. It's like hence why there's no good Xbox exclusives. Hence why so many third-party publishers now are questioning if they should still continue supporting Xbox. This is a huge reason why, apart from negligence and incompetence, and you're also woke. So it's not a surprise anymore why Microsoft is failing among the three giants in the video game sphere.
Yeah. How do you feel, Dan?
Again, where the hell is the body positive? Scroll back up to that fucking bullet point here real quick. Body positivity is, we know it's bullshit, but what they say is that there's no correct body, right? All bodies are beautiful. So what the fuck is a negative gender stereotype when it comes to body? If she's a female and she has a body, curvy or fat, it's all beautiful, right? If you believe in that fucking line. So somehow now the curvy body that everyone seems to like is now a negative gender stereotype. No, I'm not saying there's no such thing as negative gender stereotypes when it comes to women. There's lots, but it never seems to be because they have a curvy body. Number one, and I'm looking at the bullet point because something else caught my eye. Are you creating playable female characters that are equal in skill and ability? That's every fucking female character in every game ever. It was always that case. If you're able to choose a gender in a video game, okay, the model changes. Your hitbox might be smaller. That's actually an advantage. But as far as your ability to fight and run, again, World of Warcraft, they had equal parity of male knights and female knights. No one gave a shit because it's a fantasy thing, but the females did not suffer any penalties to their physicality. They were just as strong. They were just as fast. They were just as everything. Again, they actually had an advantage because they were smaller, so it was harder to hit them. So what the fuck are they talking? These people have never played games, and they haven't played games for the last fucking 40 years.
Yeah, and to add on that, usually the female characters, like, yeah, they take more damage easily, but they're usually faster in action games.
Yeah.
Just to add.
I mean, if you really wanted, if you really wanted to be realistic, there wouldn't be any female fucking heroes who weren't mages or thieves or stealth archers. But to have this girl walk around with a freaking two-handed sword, unless she's built like Gina Carano, like you actually look at her and say, yeah, she could wield this. Red Sonja. But that girl, that ugly ass fucking, she ain't wielding that sword.
Yeah.
She's not doing it.
Yeah. All right, let's go continue reading this. Let's see. Recently, Western game devs have been making a point to rally against objectification in games and are citing unrealistic body standards set by fictional characters. Most recently, Stellar Blade has been the subject of such criticism, despite the game's heroine being based off a real-life model. And I'm gonna pull this up. I want to make sure we're good. All right. So basically,
Yeah,
this is the real life model, and the thing is that she's like super famous in Korea now. She's even more famous because of Stellar Blade. Let's see. Between Microsoft's developer site and Stellar Blade, it seems there's been a reversal of roles. In recent years, Sony has been criticized for its censorship policies after relocating its gaming business units to California. Of course, the fact that why would you fucking do that? California is one of the most woke as shit. Taxes are fucking high. Get that shit out of here. Do it somewhere else, man. California fucking sucks. Let's see, gamers have been more vigilant in recent weeks following an attempted harassment campaign initiated by an employee of Sweet Baby Inc. against a Steam curator and his personal account. The controversy has spilled over from the employee's action to a wider conversation about narrative consultation in video games. So yeah, so basically we're talking about Sweet Baby Inc. and this all ties into that, right? Is because this all started back with Kabruta starting that thing, and now this thing has been going on for over a month now.
Yeah,
it's been going on for over a
that
month.
group, it's actually very informative.
Yeah, I believe Grae is in that group.
I am. I'm part of it. But though I didn't look at it per se, I just want to see, oh, this game is made by Sweet Baby. Oh,
Well, you can't now because one of you can join the group on Steam, but all the discussions are happening on Discord because to save the channel from possibly being taken off by Steam, he locked down all the comments and deleted everything, just to protect the channel. So because they did threaten him, they almost got him. And so he said, "Okay, screw it," and he went scorched earth and nuked the entire site. So if you go to on Steam and you go to the group, there's nothing in there except for what the guy himself, Kabrutas, put. Those are the pinned comments, and then there's a big link says if you want to actually talk about the stuff, go to our Discord. So
yeah, and that's when that lady Alyssa Mercanti like basically tried to like infiltrate because it's an open Discord, right? Anyone can be invited to the Discord.
Oh,
so she basically went in and she was like, "Yo, why aren't you guys showing your faces? And why aren't you guys using your real names? And a matter of fact, give me a social security number," right? Basically, she's trying to dox all of them, so hopefully getting them all fired. But yeah, it's this is crazy that it's still that the Sweet Baby Inc. It's these goblins that are living in it's there's no end to it. There's no bottom.
I just saw Marley say something in the chat and it reminds me. Okay, that model that you showed, yes, she's a real model, but that's not what she looks like in game. They beefed her up. They gave her some meat on those thighs because she's going to be running and jumping and doing all kinds of crazy tumbling stuff. They wanted her to look like she could do it and make her look good at the same time. Again, where are the body positive people? If they had just taken that model and put her in the game, they'd still be pissed. Look at this skinny ass rail bean thing. You toxic men in your gays. You like these girls that look like they all thought that she was like underage when she's 36. Just so you can't. Again, there is no appeasing these cretins. And anytime anyone tries to, whether it's an apology or it's just demeaning to the person doing it, it's never satisfying to them. There's no such thing as moral enough. They'll just use it as a badge and just keep pushing. So what they should have done, well, what Microsoft should have done is what pretty much everyone else did in the last year, was fire all their DIE consultants, fire all those positions in the company, like the DIE diversity manager or whatever, get rid of them. The company's going to run fine without him. It ran fine before him.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.